Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In this bulletin, village headman dies in altercation. Suva borders lifted. And Fijian in Wuhan says lockdowns work.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jamie Toro.
Turangani Koro has died after an altercation during an unauthorized social gathering in Vanua Levu last night. The incident occurred at Mbaleanganinga village where the victim tried to disperse a group of men drinking together and was allegedly assaulted by a farmer who is now in custody. Also in custody are 3 other farmers who were allegedly drinking with the suspect. 92 people were taken into custody in the last 24 hours, with social gathering breaches accounting for 74 arrests. 3 people have been charged with breaching the curfew after they allegedly traveled to Kese village, Naviti, in the Asawas during the Lautoka lockdown period. The 3 were charged after completing self-quarantine measures. The Fiji Police Force has removed all checkpoints at the borders of the Suva lockdown area. The checkpoints were placed at Ndelainavesi in Lami, the Nausori Bridge and the Sawani Junction in Naitasiri 14 days ago. With the lifting of the lockdown, police officers vacated the 3 sites at 5 a.m. Police Commissioner Sithiben Ngilio has reminded the public that other restrictions, including the 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. curfew, still remains. In light of the removal of the Suva lockdown from this morning, would-be lawbreakers have been warned by the Prime Minister. Warenge Bainimarama highlighted arrests will still be made and people will be charged if they flout any of the measures in place. Bainimarama stressed that the end of the lockdown is not cause for celebration.
I want to be crystal clear with everyone watching. Even though the Suva lockdown is lifting, every other life-saving directive in place will remain in place. The nationwide curfew remains in effect. It is not a reason to have large grog sessions or drinking parties. It is not a justification to stay out past 8 p.m. It is not an excuse to leave your homes for no good reason.
Meanwhile, non-essential businesses in Suva began operations except for nightclubs, gyms, cinemas and swimming pools. Teams from the Health Ministry have begun contact tracing for patient 17, confirmed to be COVID-19 positive yesterday. Health Minister Dr. Ifremi Wangai-Nembete says they were mindful that the 21-year-old was a potential risk since he had traveled with another individual who tested positive earlier. The minister adds medical authorities are optimistic that patient 17 had minimal public contact as they had been monitoring him even after he had completed 14 days self-isolation.
We had our eyes on this gentleman who is now positive, including his family. They've all been part and parcel of this. He's been monitored on a daily basis for his 14 days of quarantine. His families have been, that around him had been told that there were risks in terms of him getting the disease. In terms of his contact tracing, we've been monitoring him all along. So at the moment, we realize that there are others who can be casual contacts.
The Education Ministry has urged teachers to report to school where possible from Monday to facilitate teaching materials for home-based educational activities. School holidays have been extended until June 16th to ensure safety of children who are vulnerable during this COVID-19 crisis. Minister Rosie Akbar says it is understandable that these are not normal times and there are a number of factors such as damage to facilities and travel restrictions.
Where teachers cannot physically report to their schools, they are to liaise with the heads of schools and work from home. Heads of schools and teachers need to utilize this time for personal development and advancement, as well as development of supportive learning resources for children who continue to remain at home.
The ministry is also advising parents that students will be able to access the Walesi free-to-air educational channel from Monday 27th April. More details on this is expected later. The Fiji Red Cross Society hopes to complete its post-tropical cyclone Harold recovery work in 5 months. 16 volunteers are conducting detailed damage assessment in southern Lau, Kandabu and Yasasa Moala. Director Elisapedi Rokotunindau says the Health Ministry has trained volunteers on COVID-19 awareness that will be carried out parallel with the assessment. Fiji Red Cross has been able to distribute supplies with the help of specific funding.
Harold Our Fiji Red Cross is actually supported by the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent, and also the International Committee, Red Cross and Red Crescent. But our major funder is the IFRC, and they have contributed to just a little bit about just a little over 900,000 to assist the Red Cross respond to this disaster and to enable our volunteers to work effectively during the disaster.
Up ahead, Flying Fijians winger uncertain of future. And still no confirmation on national football coach salary. This and more coming up.
Bula FM number 2 NSR.
Bula FM number 2 NSR.
The current pandemic looming over the world has caused many doubts on sporting contracts and precariousness for many rugby players. Young Flying Fijians winger Tuta Wainingolo is uncertain of what his future in the sport holds. The 21-year-old, a rising star in rugby union, made his debut in the Under-20 Junior World Trophy in 2019, was part of the Fiji Sevens team extended squad, the 2020 Fiji Warriors side, and the Fijian Latui extended squad. Wainingolo says he will just focus on bettering his skills for the time being.
I'll have to wait for this lockdown virus, and we'll see what's the plans for me. But for now, I'll just focus on my training to stay healthy and fit.
The Fiji National Sports Commission is yet to receive word from the Fiji Football Association on Fleming Seritslav's salary. Commissioner Chair Peter Maisy says till date they have yet to hold any discussions on Seritslav's pay package and the conditions of his contract. Maisy says the Commission will not be able to take action until Fiji FA presents the arrangements made with the national coach. Fine weather prevailed over the country this morning with a forecast for afternoon or evening showers. For tomorrow, fine apart from afternoon or evening showers. That's FBC News Now. You can join us again at 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. And for these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM or get updates as they happen on the FBC News website at fbc.com.
Bula FM number 2 NSR.
Bula FM number 2 NSR.
Good afternoon.